Hello friends, this is Akansha, working as Assistant Professor with IMS Ghaziabad University Courses Campus. Today let's discuss the basics of business communication. Before we formally start with business communication, let's talk on communication. The term communication is derived from a Latin word called communist, which means common. Here common means establishing a common ground of understanding between sender and the receiver. The communicator is again one word which is again derived from the Latin word called communist, and communicator is also a Latin word from which the English term communication has been derived. So the communicator means to impart, to participate, or to transmit, and the communication means to inform, to tell, to show, and to spread the information. So in short, we can say that the English term communication is derived from a Latin word called communicare, and communicare, which is again a Latin term, it has been derived from the Latin word called communist. Now, let's talk about the concept of communication. Communication is the life and blood of every organization because it is essential for the exchange of ideas, information, and not only this, we all are human beings. We need to express ourselves. We also need the help of communication. Next says that communication is a process where meaning is defined and shared. Why? Because communication consists of 7 elements, and these elements are arranged in a chronological order, and these elements are the sender, the message, the encoding, channel, receiver, decoding, and feedback. And that's why we're calling communication as a process. Now, process is complete once the receiver has understood the sender. As I've already mentioned, the term communication itself means to establish a common ground of understanding between sender and the receiver. So, we will say the process of communication is complete when a receiver is able to understand the sender, the intention, the context in which the sender is giving the message to the receiver. Although, as I already told you, there are 7 elements in the process of communication, but out of those 7 elements, sender, the message, and the intended recipient is the core of any communication process. Now, let's talk about the definition of communication. So, this is the definition given by Nystrom and Davis, which says that communication is the transfer of information from one person to other, and it is a way of reaching others by transmitting your ideas, fact, thoughts, feeling, and values. Look, the communication is the way by which one person is just judged by the other person. So in short, it is very crucial and one has to be very cautious while speaking something to the other. And not only this, we share our thoughts, ideas, feeling with the help of process of communication. So let's talk about one more definition of communication, which is given by Keith Davis. It says that communication is not only transferring of information but also understanding from one person to another person, and it is again a way of reaching others with your facts, ideas, and thoughts. And this may occur by different modes, and modes can be words, either oral or written, or it can be non-verbal signals like your sign, gesture, etc. So here K. Davis has added on to the previous definition, where he has also mentioned about the modes of communication, which is verbal and non-verbal. When I say verbal, I mean words. Words can be again, they can be spoken, they can be written, and non-verbal communication includes your gesture, posture, body language, sign language, etc. Fine. Now, what are the objectives of communication? First, we all know that information and data is the core of every business. So, in order to exchange that information with both internal and external parties, you need to communicate. Then we deal with humans, and humans are very emotional being on this earth. So if one person has to express himself or herself, he or she also needs to take the help of communication. Direction. Direction is the way by which a senior give instruction to the junior in order to get the things done. And for the same, you need the process of communication. You have to be a very effective communicator. Next come motivation. Although motivation is an inner driving force which keeps you going until and unless you people achieve your objectives. But motivation depends on motives, and in order to activate your motives, you need the external party who can influence you, who can actually motivate you or convert your motive into burning desire. So again, communication is essential for motivating any external party. Now control. Control is one of the most important function of management, although it is the last function. Control means you set the standard, you measure the actual performance, you see the deviation, and then again you need to communicate those deviations to your people so that we shall never fall below the standard. So for either if you want to exchange the information, express yourself, direct the people, motivate them and control them. For everything you need communication. Fine. So in the end, I want to conclude that communication is essential skill not only in your professional lives but also in your personal lives. Knowingly and unknowingly, you are being judged by other party on the way you are being communicating, and if you're a good communicator, it gives you an edge in again both in your personal and professional lives. Thank you very much. See you soon.